What's up, people? We here at DJ Rollins' car right here. We in his ride.
That is my studio. Yeah, my car is my world.
Studio.
Yeah. You're in my world.
Yeah, we're in his world.
You're in my world.
Bumping his speakers.
And doing the German car. And checks in the house.
Yeah, and
RFLA of DJ's name, right? And Roland Raboyo, good friend of mine, and also a viewer, and on yours.
Mm-hmm.
He drives.
DJ, if you need a DJ for the house or any venues? Or...
We do, actually. Well, mostly I do private events.
Oh, private events.
A lot of private events.
Weddings,
I have played out. There's been a couple of places where we've done more of a focus, kind of like I did like a Club 80s on Melrose.
Oh, yeah, so, okay.
We did
80s.
Like a Flashback Fridays in Buena Park. I can't remember the name of the place.
For you 80s fans, he definitely got you on lock.
Yeah. So we do like late 70s, 80s.
Yeah, there you go.
Not necessarily top 40, but more alternative, punk, rockabilly, ska.
Website or anything you got, so people just.
I don't have a website, but you can look me up on Facebook as Radio Free Lost Angeles. That's LOST. Sort of a play on words a little bit. Kind of got that I think the Stranglers have a song called Los Angeles, and then also there was a movie that made a reference to that, sort of like the city of lost souls. So I kind of thought not everybody's lost here in Los Angeles. Yeah, not all souls are lost.
I think we're lost right now.
Well, you might be lost. Dude. I know where I'm at. I'm on my old stomping grounds. I used to work down the street.
That's his stomping grounds.
Back in 84, 85. Actually, we used to ride my Italian scooter up and down Pasadena, through the San Gabriel Valley.
Was it the Vespa or the other one?
The Lambretta.
Lambretta.
Yeah, I still have it.
So. We just went to a museum. We did an event there with them. And
they played there.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was
dope.
Really cool stuff.
About 6 months ago.
Yeah, it was a while back.
Planet Lambretta over in Carson Gardena.
Yeah.
So actually, you know what? We should do remote from there.
Definitely. You guys want to check it? We're open for that.
I'll give him a call.
Thank you for the invite.
Let me check.
Yeah, no, I mean,
let me call him and see if we can do a segment
updated,
there.
guys. That would be exciting.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
Play some ska from there. Yeah. So that'd be kind of cool.
Maybe you think we could invite some of the people that see the show if they're interested, or should we wait? Because it's not for sure yet.
I'm sorry, say that again.
Should we invite some of the people from the Drake Shack
to go where?
Yeah, to the event for the Lambretta, or we're gonna wait on that?
Let's wait. Let's wait.
We'll keep it posted though.
Let's wait. There's not an actual event. I'm just saying we should go there. Maybe do a remote broadcast from there.
Definitely.
We have done events there. We've done I think 1 or 2, and actually there's always the possibility that we may do more.
Yeah.
In the future. So I know we got some. Actually, since we're in Pasadena, I know that I know what you're referring to. We're part of a Facebook group that.
I listened to
kind of fans of a local station here that was very popular back in the 80s, popular with the alternative crowd.
Yes.
We're not really sanctioned by the station, so I'm not going to say the actual station name, but if you live in Los Angeles, you know which I'm talking about. And actually, we have some of the original radio DJs on our forum, and I'm one of the administrators. I'm not the founding person by any means, but I'm one of the administrators, and we do several events throughout the year. We usually do a summer one, a winter one, and actually one of our other admins is working on an event here in Pasadena in Old Town. I don't want to give any details because I don't know all the details other than they are working with one of the original station DJs, and they're trying to figure out a night where maybe we can do like that genre
80s night?
Of music, like an 80s, alternative,
definitely. I think that'd be fun.
punk, rockabilly.
Not only that, now that you brought that up, we're talking with some of our other people that do the show and stuff, and I don't think I mentioned it to Dre, but I think when we do our 1-year anniversary, that might be like maybe something we could do. What do you think about, Dre? Like doing an event where have everybody
where
come
people
in
come on down,
and then just bring the turntables and have people play music. And,
we could do that.
Potluck.
We just gotta find a
that's
location.
Something that we might. We'll work on it. We still have at times.
Mm-hmm.
We're not there yet, but otherwise, what did you bring us today, my friend?
Okay, well, actually, speaking of punk rock, there's very many songs that I remember listening to for the first time. There was a lot of bands from England that I listened to at the time, especially The Clash.
Wow. Yeah.
And I remember, although I had listened to some of the earlier Clash, of course, London Calling was one of my favorite albums. And on that album was a track called Brand New Cadillac. And so, it's one of my favorite, one of my favorite tracks off that. That album is just, it's just hands down one of the
Do you think that
greats.
would be their best album for them?
One of the
Your
greats.
favorite?
Well, yeah, from that. Oh, for sure,
Yeah,
for sure.
okay.
But I also like, so, you know, I like some of the other albums as well.
Mm-hmm.
However, that's one of my favorite tracks, and you know, actually, in kind of, you know, it's. I think when the first time I heard it, I didn't realize it was a cover until a little bit later, and actually, this is more. You know, actually, it's funny because we just did a segment on covers, so this is also another segment on covers. I wanted to play the original,
Okay.
which is actually a rockabilly track. By Vince Taylor and his Playboys, which was a British act, and this is actually a compilation that I picked up probably about a year or two ago, and I kind of, you know, I know it's on vinyl somewhere, but you know, since I don't play vinyl, I kind of was looking for it on a different format, and this just happened to be a compilation of British rock and roll.
Wow, that is
and it
really
actually
cool.
has quite a few rockabilly track. Actually, that city does not belong there. I just put that in because I was on my.
We got it in the system.
That was on my. I was on my CD player.
Just in
And
case you want to get the other one.
I didn't want it to get bounce around in the car and get scratched, so I just popped it in there. Pop one out, pop it in.
Yeah.
But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and I think play the original,
Let's play it.
and I think it's just as raw as the Clash one.
Wow.
Probably even more so. And, you know, and it's important to remember that, you know, you guys talked about punk in another segment, and really, you know,
Corponio?
genres are influenced by different by other
Okay,
genres.
yeah.
And in this particular case,
Correct.
I mean, although it is British rock and roll, I really think it's more on the rockabilly side, which is rock and roll.
Yeah.
But I think if you've never heard it, you may enjoy the original as well. I actually, as much as I love the Clash and I love the Clash version, I really
Enjoy
love
this
this
one.
version.
The rock
I
and
think
roll
this
version.
one really gets me.
Going.
Gets my feet stomping.
Not only that,
So-
I think it's also been covered by others, which I don't even know the name of, but I do remember the Clash one that you said, though. So, any
Right on.
questions, buddy? You're-
No.
All right. So
All
I
right,
think we're ready?
we're going to check it out, guys. Enjoy the song.
All right.
Well, my baby drove up in a brand new Cadillac. Ooh, my baby drove up in a brand new Cadillac. Well, she looked at me, daddy, I ain't never coming back. I said, baby, 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 won't you listen to me? Come on, sugar, come on, hear my plea. Well, she looked at me, boy, oh, we'll never agree. Cadillac car, daddy, oh yeah. Well, the caddy rolling, rolling about 95. Ooh, the caddy's rolling, rolling about 95. Well, me and my boy, we're right by the side. I said, baby, 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 won't you listen to me? Come on, baby, come on, hear my plea. Turn that big car around, come on back to me. Hang it on, Scotty, here we go. Well, my baby took off in a brand new Cadillac. Ooh, my baby took off in a brand new Cadillac. Well, she looked at me, daddy, I ain't ever coming back. 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 Cadillac car, daddy, oh yeah.
There you have it.
Very good one. Like that. Now, is this like a full band, or is it almost like the Stray Cats? Because Stray Cats were only like, what, 3 people, right?
Yeah, Stray Cats are a trio. I actually don't know if it was a trio or
Because
not.
it almost sounded
I
like
don't
a full
recall
on.
seeing an actual footage of the band.
Yeah.
It probably is on YouTube. Who knows?
Okay.
You know, I think since I'm a music fan, more of a audio fan, I guess, than a visual fan in many ways.
Correct.
I never really followed up, so I don't really know too much about his band other than you know it's a great track.
Yeah, it is. It's a really catchy.
I know it was
track.
released in '59.
Yeah.
And and I play it every chance I get. You know, I've been fortunate enough to do quite a few Clash reunions from that era. Actually, you did
50,
you did a couple with me, right?
Yeah,
Class
yeah,
of
we
57, 56, 57, 58.
Yeah.
And for a while there, we doubled up because it was that you know the 50th reunions for some of
Downey
those
High
classes. We did Downey, we
and
did Compton High
yeah.
School, we did what other ones?
Those are the
I
two
thought
that I
there was-
remember. Yeah.
there
Maybe I
was-
think it was 2 times for Downey though.
There was actually you're right.
Yeah.
It was twice, 2 different classes.
Yeah. And those
but-
are fun, guys. I mean, I know that we forget, you know, about that era, but you know, it's really nice to just focus like 1 hour music and do like a whole show on. You know, it's really I had a really good time with that.
But you know, the funny thing is, I approach those as we approach sort of like the alternative stuff that when we play out and stuff is I play alternative tracks of the 50s, not necessarily all the stuff that you hear on the radio. Because this necessarily, you may have heard it in England, but here, you know, I mean, I remember hearing radio stations here playing that, you know, the 50s and 60s, and they never played this.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So, you know, it's always fun to play something out of the ordinary, and definitely something that, you know, we're familiar with or not familiar with, but familiar through another band. Like I said, you know, this, I kind of got included to this by The Clash.
Yeah, yeah.
And I love that version, but I love this one even better.
And you know
I'm
what?
not afraid to say it.
Sorry. And I've heard, I've seen some Route 66 documentaries, and I think I've heard this song, and I don't know if there's I don't think it's a Clash version, but I think that, I feel like some American bands have covered this too.
There are a lot of covers to this, but this is the original, so.
Yeah, it's very good though, I really like it. You have any comments, my friends?
No, it's good. It's like hot balls and fire type of stuff. You know what I'm
Great
talking
Balls of Fire?
Yeah,
Jerry
Great
Lee
Balls.
Lewis? Yeah. Yeah, and you know, I mean, that was also, you know, Jerry Lee Lewis was on some records, which is also rockabilly. Though his music is
It's same
more,
time.
I mean, it's not rockabilly, but it's rock. But definitely rockabilly. I mean, you know, it's all influence. Country western, rockabilly, rock. I mean, you know, all those. Put that on the pot, and that's, you know, it all comes out.
Okay.
Very, very good track. I'm very happy that you brought the original and you shared that with us. I also want you guys, don't forget, give us your feedback on that. Also, if you have some more info on that, put on your likes. And if you want to come and visit us and do cruising like we're doing today, even though we're not in a Cadillac, definitely come join us. Other than that, you want to add anything to before we go, Roland?
No, just remember,
enjoy.
Buy the hard copies.
Oh yeah,
support
buy
the
hard
artists,
copies.
support the
people.
labels that, you know, put this stuff out, because the more you support them, the more stuff comes out. I mean, especially some of this older stuff. You know, obviously it originally came out in vinyl, not necessarily on CD, till much later. So it's important to support those labels so that they're able to put that stuff out, even if it's on compilation. I mean, it's important to listen.
Keep some of the jewels around, right? You know,
Oh, of
sometimes
course.
you lose some of that.
Of course.
You know, then we're
Of
just left
course.
with the very minimum, and we forget some genres of music that are very good. You know, anything else, campeón?
No, we good.
All right. Other than that, we're signing off from
Pasadena.
Roland and
Pasadena,
Pasadena, and the
California.
Roland's Car Studio today.
Yeah.
Check it out later. Check it later.
Cheers.